Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Bits video. Today we're here with Andrew from LiuGong, and he's going to give us kind of a little bit of an overview of what they're doing in terms of electric equipment, and he's going to show us some details on some of their wheel loaders here as well. So yeah, what is LiuGong doing in the world of electric heavy equipment?
Sure. LiuGong is a global organization, and although battery electric is a little bit newer in the construction industry in North America, it's not when you look at throughout the world. And when you look at as far as LiuGong, we're selling battery electric in over 60 countries. So far, year to date, we've sold over 60,000 fully electric machines when you look at all the different product lines that are available. When we look at specifically wheel loaders, globally, we've sold over 15,000 wheel loaders of various sizes in a multitude of applications.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys certainly seem to be at the top of your game in this stuff, and it sounds like more to come probably.
Yes, as far as LiuGong, when you look at the battery electric, we are truly a global leader in battery electric technology. We first unveiled our first battery electric machine back at ConExpo 2023. Yep. It was our 856 HE, and since then, that has been really what we've led as far as in the industry. That machine is typically like your 5-yard application that be able to get into a variety of applications. And we've had a wonderful experience as far as not only experiencing the benefits of battery electric machines, right? We all know as far as a fully electric machine will provide zero emissions, right? Zero CO2, much quieter overall operating experience. But what customers are also experiencing are their financial benefits. Customers that buy an electric machine immediately within the first few years, right? You immediately start to receive the benefits of 40 to 60% reduction in your operating costs. And then when you take these machines longer, right, and you start to understand the additional service intervals that oftentimes go hand in hand as far as with after treatment systems and other major key component repairs such as engine rebuilds. When the machines get much older, those costs are avoided, and therefore customers are then experiencing financial savings of up to almost 70%.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about this machine. As I understand it, this is a new machine for you guys, right?
Yeah, here at ConExpo 2026, we have 2 brand new electric machines that we have on display that we will be introducing to customers later this year. We're right here with our 870 HE. This machine comes in at has an operating weight of about 54,000 pounds compared to the original machine that was about 46,000. So we're definitely stepping up.
Big step up in size.
Yeah. The customers, as far as on our first machine, they love the production, faster acceleration, the instant torque that you have with an electric machine. And they all go, I love this, I want more.
Yeah.
And we're talking about applications like in the aggregate industry, batch plants, ready mix plants, pits and quarries, so to speak.
Yeah.
And this is the size of machine that we're looking for them.
Cool. Awesome. And so what are we looking at for battery size on this machine?
So this machine has got a 423 kilowatt battery.
Okay.
And as far as what we're looking at, understanding the application. When we start talking about batch plants, pits and quarries, right? We understand the demand and production of what they're looking for and the runtime. And so not only as far as this machine right now with its current battery capacity, but we have significant R&D investment going on to go even bigger. Not only bigger as far as in models, but bigger battery capacities to even get those really long extended run times on a single charge.
Yeah. And what is the runtime on this machine on a charge?
On this machine right now, as far as what we're promoting, is 6 to 8 hours of runtime, depending on the application. I mean, the thing is, when you look at wheel loaders, things like idle time is significant. Most wheel loaders, even in the most demanding applications, will still oftentimes have a 40 to 60% amount of idle time.
Yeah.
Compared to a diesel, when you're idling, you're still burning fuel.
Right.
When you're
wear and tear on the engine and
all of it.
Yeah.
It's terrible for your after treatment systems, right? Idling is the worst thing you can do, and that oftentimes runs into problems with different sensors and other emission components. Whereas on an electric, you idle, you don't burn any electricity.
Right.
And of course, that only extends as far as the life of the machine or the battery.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. And I assume for the battery chemistry, you guys are probably using lithium iron phosphate?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The battery technology that we use in all of our machines, we work with CATL cattle.
Okay.
And as far as the wonderful thing with that partnership, that relationship that we have, is they're truly leading the way in the industry.
Yeah.
And not only are we working with them as far as with our current machines, but they can continue to announce newer developments in battery technology that is easier and faster to create the battery technology, and much faster to be able to recharge the machines.
Yeah, cool. Any other specific sort of features or anything that this machine has that might be something interesting to know?
Yes, I mean, when we're talking production applications, right? If we're talking aggregates, if we're talking waste transfer stations and so forth, right? We're talking guys that are in the machines for long hours a day, right? Yeah. So we have introduced in a completely new operating environment, much larger cab. Our cab is over 25% larger, right?
Okay,
Giving an increased amount of legroom of over 30%, over 20% more visibility. And then we standardize that we understand safety is important. Safety as far as features such as 360 cameras, object detection, powered mirrors, heated mirrors, just like in your vehicle and so forth. Yeah. And you can see as far as all the high-vis handrails, so operators can easily, traverse across the front of the cab to clean their windows very easy and so forth. Yeah. We even, on our machines, feature key component service lights. Right, lights throughout the machine, so as far as you can light it with a push of a button, be able to see around the machine, be able to do basic walk-arounds. Okay, cool, awesome. Well, should we take a look at the other wheel loader that you guys have got? The 820 TE is another very exciting opportunity for us. This smaller machine is a compact wheel loader. The compact wheel loader market has been one of the fastest growing segments in North America for the last several years. And this is allowing us to be able to provide a battery electric machine, again, fully electric, for those customers where, when you're looking at things like a landscape supply yard or other material handling applications. Yeah, awesome. And what about specs on this machine? Sure, so here we're talking about a 14,000 pound operating weight. This has a 70.3 kilowatt battery. Okay. Now this one, as far as, again, going back to our first machine that we introduced back in 2023, the 856HE. Yeah. The 856HE has been outperforming as far as customers' expectations, where our customers are telling us, based on their telematics data, that they're averaging over 10.5 hours of runtime on a single charge. Oh, wow. This, even though it's only a 70.3 kilowatt battery, customers that are running this machine in full, again, material handling production applications are getting over 8 hours on a single charge. Wow, fantastic. The real benefit that our customers have with this size machines, the ones that are running it, which is a great little story. We have these, again, in supply yards, we have them in transfer stations, and the customer, the people that most like it are the employees of the customer. Yeah. Because when this is at work, they're using the same chargers to charge their personal vehicles during the day, and then at night they change places, plug it in, and let it charge overnight. Oh, there you go. I never even really would have thought of that. But yeah, employees can charge their vehicles during the day, and then the equipment gets plugged in at night. Yeah, the demands on this, like this size machine, often one of the most popular questions that we're asked is, of course, runtime. Yeah. But then what about recharge? Well, let's talk about chargers. Yeah. This has a much lower demand as far as the charging size to be able to meet the charging requirements. Of course, when we get back into those larger machines that we were just looking at, the 56HE, the 870HE, those then start having conversations of larger chargers based on how fast the customer may need that battery to be recharged for the next round of operation. Yeah, with a machine that size, you basically need a DC charger to have overnight charging, where with this, just standard level 2 would be more than sufficient. All of these are configured with our standard CCS1 charger. Okay. But the difference is, again, One of the more popular ways to go a little bit more heavy duty, like a 30 kilowatt charger. But there's a lot of very low cost options out there where instead of talking thousands of dollars for a charger, you're talking only hundreds, only a few $100s to be able to hook up a charger for this and be able to keep this thing running and to enjoy those financial savings of what we talked about earlier of 40 to 60% reduction in your operating costs.
So this does have an onboard charger for AC charging.
Does not have an onboard charger.
No onboard charger.
No.
Okay, so it's DC charging.
Yes. All of our chargers are DC.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, awesome. Well, I think that probably kind of does it for the wheel loader stuff. And I guess we'll take a look at the excavator and some other things, and that'll do it.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. We've got Derry here to talk about their full-size electric excavator.
How you doing? We have the 922 FE at ConExpo 2026 today, and it's an all-electric machine.
What are we looking at for specs on this machine in terms of?
So on our 922 FE, 9 means excavator for us, 22 means 22 metric ton. Okay, and of course it is all electric. It's 423 kilowatts. Okay, we're seeing a runtime depending on the application from 7 to 9 hours. Depends on the application, depends on what you're doing. This machine is utilized in the best applications, trash. Working in the facility with trash, a scrap yard, places where you have operations, guys are operating during the day. They go home at night, they charge a machine at night. Depending on what size charger you get, you could charge a machine in several hours, you could charge a machine in multiple hours. Between a 30 kilowatt charger and a 180 kilowatt charger, it all depends on how fast it's going to charge.
But it'll charge it up to 180
but
kilowatts.
it'll charge, it'll go even higher than that. But it all depends on what you want to purchase for a charger. Right. So if you got a guy that wants to buy a 30 kilowatt charger and he's got 6 or 7 hours of time in the evening, he's ready to go first thing in the morning. So that's golden.
Oh, and I see you guys actually have a DC charger here. I didn't even notice that.
We do. This is a 160 kilowatt charger. We've partnered with another company, and this is the first time we've introduced this where we're going to be working with them. But this is a 160 kilowatt charger. There's 2 different guns. One is a smaller gun. The other one is the CC1. I will show you that in a second. This is a standard high charge CC1 gun. Okay.
Standard CCS.
Standard in the industry. Very, very easy. You just get the machine close enough to the charging station, charge it up, and plug it in and go. Let me do this for a second. Let me plug this over here for right now so I can open up this. Compartment. If we take a look, still have a 24 volt system, still have a master switch, and I won't open this compartment up, but you can see, and we'll look at the other side, everything is very, very well laid out, clean, tidy, easy to get to. We're using standard master switches on all of our machines with lockout, lockout, tag out. Very, very important. Safety is number one. Again, we're sticking with the orange theme, triple grousers, Nabesco final drives, which are great in the business.
And I believe you mentioned this is using CATL batteries, correct?
Correct. This is using a battery that's made by Kettel. Kettel is one of the world leaders in batteries. They're used in a lot of the high-end cars, electric cars. We also offer a 5-year, 10,000-hour warranty on the batteries. So if people are concerned about battery life, we have that covered.
Warranty on it.
We also offer a 3-year, 4,000-hour comprehensive warranty with the machine, so that covers any little issues that you will have. Let's go around and we'll take a look around the other side. Okay. Nicely done, counterweight's nicely done, very, very clean. You can see that we've added these nice bolt-on bumper guards as standard. So if something gets damaged, they unbolt them, put a new one on.
Protects the machine,
That's correct. We also have this same machine is going to be coming, it's going to be a 924 FE. Okay, so it's going to be a 24 metric ton machine. That machine's going to have a little bit of a different undercarriage and a little bit of a different 6-cylinder, but basically same style machine. Okay? Again, here I just wanted to show you again the layouts. There's not a lot to see, but clean, tidy. Batteries are cooled by air condition. Batteries are heated with coolant.
Yeah.
There's 12 batteries in here for the 423 kilowatts.
Yeah.
They're all separate individual 12-volt batteries. So if you do have a problem, you don't have to change all 12.
Right.
You could just change
one individual.
Just change one individual battery. Yeah. So this is really, really nice. You can see we got 360-degree cameras all over the machine. LED lights. Again, we've added the extra steps for extra protection, so when you go to get up, you can get up with ease.
Yeah.
We have a storage box here. You can climb up. We have 3 points of contact to get up. Centralized grease points. Again, we've added double lights on the boom. Again, visibility, because I typically am an operator sometimes on the weekend, so I like lots of light.
Right.
But our product manager has done a really, really good job working with the factory to make lots of changes, important changes for operators. And I think that's really important.
Yeah.
If the operator is happy, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If he's happy and he's getting the job done, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
But anyways, I think I've talked enough about the 922 FE. I can't say enough about LiuGong. I can't say enough about ConExpo. It's been a fabulous week. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking time to interview us.
Yeah.
And I look forward to it again.
Yeah, thanks a bunch.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
Appreciate it.